second update is finally here, where we got introduced to Taph and like a billion skins. So let's do a guide. Taph has 2 active abilities and has no passive. His first ability, Tripwire. He gets on the ground and is unable to run. He can only do a little crouch thing, and he moves to a place where he wants to set the tripwire from place to place. It slows the killer when the killer passes through it, and it highlights their position to all the players. Then its second ability, Subspace Trip Mine. Taph throws the trip mine onto the ground, and if the killer is 16 studs from the trip mine, it will activate, giving the subspace effect to the killer, and also Taph is there if they're close to it. I'm gonna be showing here a footage of how is the effect, and now with his abilities covered, I think we can go now on to the gameplay. Taph is a trapper, and a fun fact is that he's actually mute. He communicates through emojis on his interactions. You need to be careful playing Taph, because Taph has only 90 of health, like other characters, like Elliot. I recommend putting a tripwire on places that are closed. For example, if you're on the map of where it's like a killer spark, the one that's on the screen, you can go onto one of those rooms and put a tripwire there. Or you can put a tripwire where the entrance of the part is, like on that part, you can perfectly put a tripwire there. Then the trip mine, it's really not that deep. You only have to get the killer to go past it. It's like the sentries. You just throw it, and if the killer doesn't go through it, you just keep circling about the same place so the killer activates it. The effect can be really powerful, because I have seen players that have 6 days in the game, like the time total. I think that's a long time, and they just really confused. I also seen a lot of good players get so confused with the trip mine, and I must admit, it's really funny when you're a killer and you get trip mined. When it was turn of my friend, well, I wanted to know what was the effect, because I didn't know if the same effect that was on Taph was onto the killers. So he stood still and I threw him a bomb. But then everyone else that were all Taphs came in and also threw him a bomb. He said it was the funniest thing he's always done in Forsaken, and I believe him. I then later tried, and yes, it's really fun, but it's not fun where you're trying to actually catch someone. They're always going on around the traps, and even if you try to evade them, you will always come to it. Taph, even though the game says he has 4-star difficulty, it's really easy to play him. Here's some tricks to play Taph. The tripwires don't actually do a lot, they just slow the killer. But sometimes the slowness doesn't help you at all. So I recommend that if you need to escape, don't make a tripwire. I've seen people that use tripwire as the last resort, but it's just a skill to prevention. To locate the killer. Taph came out with 6 to 7 already in-game skins. They are all really good, but there's 3 that are better than all else of the skins, to my opinion. The skins being Inaba, the one that I'm playing through all the gameplay, the Dark Reaper, that is a suggestion that my friend gave me, and Warhead, that's basically just an incredible skin. Honorable mentions to UTK and Deep Winter. In my opinion, those are really good, but the 3 that are mentioned are definitely better. I will make another video covering all the skins that got added on this update, since there are a lot. Also, this ain't related to Taph, but the developers confirmed that if they got to 200k active players, they will release Nolly soon. And they got it there. We actually got shown some gameplay of Nolly. Obviously, that wasn't the finished product, but I believe that the next month we will be 100% getting Nolly, or too much in the next 2 months. Leave down in the comments who was your Taph gameplay, and when do you think Nolly is gonna be released? Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, so I can keep making stuff like this. Goodbye and farewell.
There's no one here except grinding gears and my rising fears.